Now, my issue is with freelancing industry uh, in India, like whole of South Asia, I would say India, Bangladesh, Pakistan in particular, is that freelancers think from a very freelancing lens or freelancing mindset, and they do not really think from a business mindset. So I have not come across um, any freelancer, mostly solopreneur, who actually thinks about freelancing as a business. They think freelancing as a freelancing. And it's only a conceptual difference. There is a very, I would say, a very thin line. But unless we do not think of a side hustle or freelancing or whatever we do in addition to what we do to earn sustainable income, from a very business perspective, adding zeros will be very challenging. So can you please shed some light on why they are not looking at from a very business perspective and what they should do, like freelancers community, to reconsider the way they look at freelancing?
I think that's again a very important discussion point, because I've interacted with lots of freelancers in the past 4 years. Uh, I do not qualify as one, unfortunately, because I tried doing it. It requires a different kind of temperament. But I admire and appreciate those who manage to do well. I think when it comes to freelancing, Hamad, I can give you the Pakistani perspective for now, because although I have had interaction with a lot of freelancers in North America and Canada, but talking particularly about the Pakistani mindset on freelancing, I think it's being resonated a bit with quick buck. If you want to make a quick buck, it's freelancing. You get a job online, get a remote job, and make lots of money. Uh, I have a different philosophy on this. I think income is no measure of success, especially for a young individual, especially for someone who's young. And mostly you and I see that a lot of young folks opt into freelancing very quickly to in the quest to to make a quick buck. That is, I get. I don't have any standing of sorts to undermine anybody, but in my humble opinion, it's the wrong approach. I think we have to go through the process. The way you were saying, why do you not interact with too many freelancers who have business sense? Because business sense cannot develop until you've been an employee to someone. You first have to be an employee. You have to work for people. You have to go through that drill. You have to develop discipline. You have to organize yourself. You have to develop it. You need to develop people management skills. You need to take a lot of crap sometimes, excuse my French, from a lot of people. And that's when you get into that service mindset to deliver what is committed. These are things that require some work, some years of experience and exposure that you either get through interacting with real clients if you're an entrepreneur, or even if you're an employee and you're working for someone, you interact with real people, vendors, employees, your peers, your suppliers, your customers, your management teams, your seniors, your president, vice president, CEO. You have to deal with all these people. And that is when you can develop the right kind of human skills to ultimately serve as a good freelancer also who has good business sense. Because what is business sense? Business sense is to be able to, A, provide a very high quality service or product. B, to be able to identify the right market, means who is my customer. And I repeat, there is a difference between consumer and customer. So if you're targeting a consumer, he's not going to pay you. The customer is going to pay you. So who is your customer? And number three is do you have the right messaging? Do you know the concept of personal branding? Do you know the importance of why people should work with you? Why should they give you work again? So all of these things combined make you someone who can claim has business sense. So I think the freelancing method of going onto platforms and bidding for jobs because you have a skill, I'd say it's a very good side thing to do. It is not a career. So I think if there's a startup founder who's building a company and who wants to, add some income to manage his or her home errands and run a kitchen, that's freelancing is great for that. But if you get just into freelancing and call yourself a freelancer for good, I think you're going to get stuck on a road, and ultimately there's certain very important, weird downsides. You always have to keep working yourself. It will never run on auto. It will not be auto income. Income will be irregular. You will be lonely because you're sitting behind a computer working all day without any real human connection. Um, the whole business rests on you. You're sick, you can't provide the same service again, and sadly some clients do not pay on time also. So it is not something really that you can rely on. And if someone gets used to these things, this erratic behavior, I think that kind of kills the essence of someone who can claim that they understand the norms of business. I don't know if I have been able to justify this question through my answer. I'll let you speak now.
No, you did actually. This is, and I'm taking some notes also, and actually you spoke about skills. I think to do anything we need skills. Like even to do this podcast, we needed some skills. You should be able to like speak. You should be able to use technology. You should be able to articulate questions, articulate responses. This is a skill, and no skill can be developed overnight. It takes a lot of efforts, a lot of what we call midnight oil burning. So you have to do that to learn a skill. So just by doing a little course from somewhere does not make you skilled. You may have developed some knowledge, but the skill comes when you actually soak your hands in water or soak your hands in dirt. So this is how you build it up. Now again, I respectfully agree with you with your point of view. Is that probably people are being misled by showing them, a lot of people show them the dollar signs. And what I saw and what I experienced is there's some of these people who go into and they try to be a freelancer and to add zero into their income, do not actually have like basic skills, which is like, I say at least have communication skills. You should be able to talk to your audience, and they're looking for international clients.